What's going on, everyone? Neo here, and today I just wanted to quickly touch on where I have been the last couple years. It's been probably 3 years since I've been able to actively participate in YouTube, and I wanted to just give a quick update. I'll keep it as brief as I can, but I just wanted to make a video, explain where I've been, tell you about some of the next steps coming up in my life, and where I intend to take it for now. So back in December of 2019, 2019 was the year I started to pull back off YouTube a little bit, and I decided that for the rest of 2019, I wanted to focus on academic, finishing my college career, and preparing myself for a regular career, because it was very evident to me that social media is not necessarily a career I wanted to chase. It could be more of a side hobby. So I focused very heavily on my job search. If you guys remember, there was a thing called COVID that happened, and COVID decided to make it so nobody was hiring for a year. So from the end of December to basically the December of the next year, I had like 5-6 interviews, 2 of which I got really far in, but I was eventually told to kick rocks. And in one of them, I applied for a rotation program. They eventually reopened the program and raised their requirements, and they received a new group of people that applied, and that pushed me out of the pool. I spent about a year just searching for jobs. Eventually, I decided to apply for a local job here in my county for the sheriff office. I was applying for a technical professional job in the building, so not like a literal police officer. I would have been working on the equipment and the systems and database information that they use on a day-to-day basis. That process was very extensive. I ended up doing a polygraph, which is government policy still, and in the end, I did not get that job. I had to do the polygraph twice because my interviewer was convinced that I have done drugs, and I was lying when I said I've never done drugs. Believe it or not, guys, there are people out there in this world, like myself, who have not done illegal drugs. And I understand that that is rare, but I am not lying to you when I tell you that I've not done drugs. I'm not sure why it was so hard for them to understand. But I'm actually kind of glad I had to go through that experience, because it gave me the ability to reflect on myself a little bit. Up until that point in time, I used to be extremely self-conscious about myself and the things people said about me. But then I realized during that interview that I don't care what people think of me. My job is not to live a life for approval. My job is to live my life the correct way. I'm supposed to be positive, upbeat. I'm a Christian, so I believe very firmly that I have a reason for being here. So my life, the way I live my life, is me. So whatever people say of me or think of me, they can kick rocks, because you do not control who I am and the life that I live. But that revelation has given me a lot of time. I've had a lot of time to think over that revelation and change my perspective on working, how I socialize with people. I've worked on myself a lot over the last 2 years. I've started to learn more skills. I'm extremely proficient now in technology. And on top of that, I'm now making some other dedications that I'll talk about in a few moments here. But eventually, in March 2021, I just worked at the school district in my local county. Just for the moment, I needed a job. I needed to start making money. My parents were charging me rent. I was tapping into savings. Wasn't pretty. I was being paid $12 an hour, which is not livable in my state. Actually, if I was not living with my parents, I would be in debt. That you cannot afford to live in this area for $12 an hour. A few months later, I was given an offer. I was just on Indeed basically every day after my job, looking for better jobs, and I threw my resume at another local job, and it stuck. The owner called me in. He told me to show up and not wear anything dressy, so I wore a collared shirt, and he told me that was too much. Basically talked me into moving to his company instead, and I was appointed the de facto IT technician for that company. My salary was almost doubled. It was insane. It's incredible how much you make when you don't work for the government. I was given a promotion, and I'm now the head IT administrator for the company, and I serve as the IT consultant for the company, and I work 40 to 50 hours a week. I've had this job since August of last year, and I'm very happy. It's really nice to be able to have a position where you matter, where what you do every day is impacting the company. It's making a positive difference. So moving over to what comes next. So I've been working this job now. I work pretty much 40 plus hours a week, and this does take away a lot of my time. I do take one of my 2 weekend days to just be lazy all day. Well, not all day, but I definitely relax on one of the 2 days off, and the other day I use for projects and other work and stuff like that. I do intend to move back into some development form. Minecraft projects are over. It has been a while since I updated Faz in Minecraft. A lot of people have been asking about it. Faz is complete. You got 7 maps, you got most of the items in the game, and you have a couple experimental items and experimental ghosts. That is where I'm going to be leaving it because of several factors, one of which is I was paying, yes, money. I was paying my development team money out of my own pocket to make this map for free to give out for free. And I love you guys, but I paid out a decent amount of money to them to make their time worth it because of how much work they had to do on this map in their own time. Both of them are in college, both of them have lives, and I don't have the ability to just hand money out to my entire team. I was only able to pay for some of the development of it. So, unfortunately, the project is going to come to a close now, and obviously, I'm a creative person, so this is not the end of development. I have decided over the next couple years, I'm going to work on editing a little bit more. I'm going to get back into some form of YouTuber content creation. I'm going to start learning Unreal Engine 5. I'm going to become a indie game designer. I guess that's the term for it. I intend to do some voice acting. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I do have the ability to do singing. I'm not sure how good I sound, obviously. Again, I could be full of myself, but I can do vocals, and I definitely intend to work on my my voice and see if I can actually market it someday. And of course, I also want to work on my video game proficiency, aim, game sense, stuff like that. That's why I've been playing Overwatch a lot over the last few years. I want to be somebody who's able to play these games because I could see myself making a game like this someday. I have some concept ideas that could play out as hero shooter styled games, things like that. And honestly, it's just a skill. Being proficient on a PC is just a skill I think is very useful in this day and age. The hand-eye coordination alone of being able to use the computer efficiently and type efficiently feels like a very important skill to maintain. So across all that, I have my work cut out for me. I have plenty of project work to work on. I'm going to be learning game design until I'm to the point where I start developing. I'm going to be doing other things, content creation a little bit. I also do want to get back into YouTube collaborating a little bit. Definitely want to play games with people. Definitely, I could see myself trying to help out with Ish's projects now that he's kind of running his channel as a business for the moment. I don't know where I'm going to go in the next few months. I have a video planned for tomorrow or whenever it comes out. I'm going to be filming a farewell video to Overwatch, and I'd like to talk about things from the perspective of somebody who's played the game off and on, playing at a very high level, we're talking not top of the game, but I was in a top 500 lobby, albeit it was open queue, but I was in the top 500 lobby yesterday, and we did win the game. The fun aspect of that game made me want so much more badly to be able to reach there legitimately one day. Being in a proficiency like that it almost is humbling that I got there. I can't believe it. I also recently just finished my deep water certification for scuba diving through SSI. So now I have almost 20 dives on my profile, and I am proficient in depths of up to 130 feet. There's not a lot to see at 130 feet, but being able to get down to 100, that's where some of the wrecks and the really cool stuff is. And I'll put a little bit of footage up quickly of me exploring my my wreck. My instructor did allow me to take my GoPro down. It was on my head, so he said, yeah, that's fine. I will not tell everyone who he is because I don't want to do that to him. Especially if SSI comes barking around the corner like, hey, hold on a second, you can't film your training dives. Technically, it was an open water dive, not a training dive, but I don't know technicalities. Let's not get anybody in trouble. But that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up quickly by saying again to all of you guys who've kind of hung around my Discord, hung around my YouTube channel, I know you guys have always wanted to have more, and it will be coming back. We're going to have some of this back, but I can't speak to how often I'll have time to do YouTube and stuff like that. We're going to basically play this by ear for now and see where it goes. So I'm 100% interested in trying to maintain and participate again with my community. So yeah, if you have questions, come to Discord, have a conversation with me, link in the description below. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time.